spinning my wheels. You know what I mean? I'm spinning my wheels. Yeah, we were pretty similar, I think, back in like freshman, sophomore year. It was very like I needed to get out of my home, which did not feel like a home at all, and needed to just be away for a while. And I did not think that we would get to a place where I would be able to call that my home. But after a couple years um, of going to school and talking to my dad more, it was kind of more and more feasible. Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was like Mankato was a home, you know, and then Egan didn't really feel like a home. There were certain parts of Egan that definitely felt like it, but those were very scattered, and like I gave that meaning to them. They weren't really meant for that, but maybe that just kind of happens sometimes. And then home was our apartment freshman year, and that was not. I would say that wasn't even like the safest place, you know? But that was the best that we had. So that was about as close as we could get for a while. And then I feel like it moved sort of internally because I'm not really a city guy. You know, I've tried, okay, I've tried to enjoy the city for coming up on 4 years now, and it's just not for me. It's just, I don't really love living here. It doesn't really feel like my home. So it was kind of a space where the city didn't feel like home, school didn't really feel like home, the suburbs didn't really feel like home with my family, and it was like, okay, where am I going to go from here? So it was a very like internal experience of I have to kind of make my own body my home, which is even harder when you're trans, you know? And it's like, okay, now we've got all these other things to do. So it was very like, I felt very under construction for several years. Junior year, God, you know, I don't want to go through all the years. It's just like the apartment that we moved into outside of the campus housing was pretty. It was very unsustainable though, whatever was going on in there. So that had a very hard time feeling like that was home. And then I remember after like sort of planning out what home was going to be for my future self and having all of that crumble a little bit in junior year. I remember sitting on our porch, or like what we had of a porch. But I remember sitting there and calling my mom and telling her that I wanted to go home so bad. And that at that point could finally mean Egan and being with my family in that house, which I'm really grateful for. It took a lot of work to get there.